Hi everyone, it's Harry T. Happy New Year! It is 2024. I've just come home from the Today Show. I was on the Today Show this morning for 2024 predictions, and I wanted to make this after show video where I can explain my predictions a little bit more, elaborate on them, because on live television you're given seconds, and you can't explain things. You literally basically just say, what you say, and then it's next, and it is live television, and you can't explain certain things. So I wanted to do this to sort of get into it a little bit more, and also just explain how it sort of works. Now, I've been doing the Today Show since 2016, so it's quite a while. I'm a friend of the show, and up until not that long ago, I had my own weekly segment on Today Extra, which is a sister show to the Today Show. But the great thing is Today have me on, every year to do these predictions. I've got a really good track record with it and people love them. Now, I want to explain how they sort of happen. So basically what I do is I use my Energies of the Soul Oracle cards. I pull out cards and I get a vibe and an impression from the card. And then I sort of get the feeling of, okay, that's what that means for A, B, and C. And then when I do that, then I basically go to the producers and I say, okay, this is what's come out. And then surrounding what I give them, they then form questions. So the questions sort of come after what I've given them from the cards. And basically that will sort of illustrate a little bit more of how it sort of happens behind the scenes. Because the viewers watch and they sort of see what they see for, seconds, but they don't know what goes into it. It's several days preparation. I literally have the cards, I zone in, tell the producers all this stuff, and then they form a question around the information that I've given them. And then I, on live television, try to respond in, bite-sized chunks, very small responses, with what I've told them on the phone for an hour, basically, or half an hour. So it is very, condensed, and you sort of want this to explain things more. So the first card I pulled was Karma. Now, Karma was the card of the year. It was the personality of the year. It was the theme of the year. The reason being, it is the year of the Wood Dragon. Now, the last time we had the year of the Dragon, it was 2012. So if you look at 2012, the personality of that year, there's going to be a similarity in 2024. But in particular, the Wood Dragon, we didn't have since 1964. So when you look at 1964, that is the same energy as this year, which is really interesting. So when I pulled this, it's all about, cause and effect, destiny, and it does tie in with the year of the dragon. Now I can obviously elaborate because obviously I've got myself in my video. It's not on live television where you've only got, seconds. This is a good year for people to embark on projects that they might have been putting on hold. It's a good year for success. It's an action year. Things that you might have wanted to create and you haven't, probably because, the world was mad for a few years because of COVID. This is the year to sort of get things going, okay? It is very karmic, so just keep that in mind. And I do see a lot of political unrest this year. I think I did get a chance to say that on TV. So we will see a lot of issues around politics, Australian politics, US politics, sort of all over the world. The political sphere, we're going to have a lot of issues with it. And it's interesting because we do have the US election this year. So I just think that, no matter what, there is going to be a lot that will go pear-shaped and we will see a lot of unrest. And again, when you look at the theme of 1964, we had the tragedy of JFK. So it's just interesting how the themes sort of happen. So just bear that in mind, okay? But it's a good year for you to get things going, okay? Now, the next card was the communication card. Let me see what question. Yes, so basically, I got that we will have communication systems disrupted again. We will have issues with, cyber attacks, sort of, things like, apps like TikTok. I really do advise people to get off and stay off them because they are security risks. And just be careful with online scams. I think, obviously they're rampant, but just be very diligent with your online presence and your security. That's it. Number 3 was healing. Now, this one I really want to talk about because obviously I didn't get a chance to elaborate. Obviously, it's on live television, and there was so much that I said to the producers that I didn't even get a chance to say on live TV. And in the moment, I sort of forgot. So basically, I pulled the healing card, which made me think that, okay, health issues are going to be sort of front and center of people's mind as well in 2024. And it's a good year to cultivate health. So that is boost your immune system, take your vitamins. I did see good news in scientific breakthroughs and medical research, especially in the fields of cancer and Alzheimer's and dementia. I told the producers that, and again, I forgot to say that on live television because you're given a small window because you've got to get through it. It's literally bang, bang, bang. But I, did explain that to the producers, and now I'm sharing that here. So I do see good advancements in science and medical research this year, especially in the fields of cancer and Alzheimer's and dementia. But it is important because I did pull the healing card, which is all about repairing and, being whole, to cultivate health. So be preventative as opposed to being reactive. Now, I did use the word vaccine on television. I want to make very clear that I am pro-choice. You can do what you want with your body. What I basically mean is, just be diligent about things. If that means that you want to prevent yourself from getting sick, take your vitamins, look after your health, cultivate your health. Don't just react when you get sick. And if that means you want to go and get a vaccine of whatever sort, the flu shot, there are so many vaccines out there, whatever that might be, go and do it. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's your choice. But I just want to highlight on that because, again, you're given a small, tiny window and people might take what you said out of context. I just want to also make it very clear. It had nothing to do with COVID. This card, that whole, vision, and it had nothing to do with COVID. But the question was formed, have we finally left COVID in 2023 for good, or however they said it? I can't really remember actually. But that again, remember, the questions are formed around my cards and my responses and my visions, but it had nothing to do with COVID. I just want to make that very clear, okay? It is about cultivating health, which is never a bad thing, and, being preventative as opposed to reactive. And again, as I mentioned, I didn't get a chance to say this on TV. I did tell the producers, though, we will see great medical breakthroughs and scientific researches in the fields of, especially cancer and Alzheimer's. Okay, the next one I pulled was harmony. Now, when I pulled this, I felt it had something to do with the economy and with inflation and with the interest rates. And I believe they did use that question like that, I think. Which is good. So basically that means that there will be a balance, there will be some form of, neutralizing with interest rates. I do think that they'll be going down. They're so high right now, and inflation is so, ridiculous. But the good news is harmony. And I did feel it had to do with the economy. So it's going to get better in 2024. Obviously, it won't be as great as it was before it got really bad, but it will be better than 2023. That was just ridiculous. The price gouging of Coles and Woolworths and the big supermarkets and all of those sorts of things, we will see prices sort of going down. So that's good. And then I pulled lessons, and I felt that had sort of a loop to do with the karma card. And then I think they did throw that into a question. Yes, I'm pretty sure they did. And I'm pretty sure I got to say it. So it's all about lessons. It's all about growing. It's all about life experiences. And it's a journey. And, see things as a journey. It's all about love your experiences, no matter how tragic they might be. If you love life as opposed to fear it, everything always works out, no matter what. And just remember, everything does really teach you, make you stronger, and you really do grow. Whenever you go through things, no matter how it feels at the time, fast forward the movie, you will look back and you'll think, I got through it, and you can give yourself a pat on the back. I think that's really important. So just keep that in mind. Now, they're the 5 cards that I pulled for the year. They're the 5 cards that we got to discuss on the Today Show. the questions were formed around those cards. My responses were given on live television. I've elaborated them slightly, a little bit more on this video. It's gone a little bit longer than I wanted, but it is important that I did this so people heard what I had to say about those cards, and you got a little bit more insight, I suppose. But stay well, and God bless, and I wish you a very happy 2024. And again, you know, and I didn't get a chance to say this on TV. I sort of made it more about the political unrest and things. This will be a good year to get things going, okay? So an action year for you, and I wish you all the best. You know, for me, for example, with my book, Feet on the Ground, Fingertips in Heaven, that's coming out soon, and I'll be announcing that very soon. That's been ready for several years, but only 2024 is it finally coming out into the world. So that's an example. And remember, what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down. So that is a big theme of the year, okay? God bless you, and thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. Bye.